So, Oscar season. I think it's just started. Oh yeah. Anyway, hey there guys, what's up? It's Autobot Mike 18 here with another movie review. Guys, in this video I am going to be reviewing one of the most hyped up films of the fall movie season. If you're a film lover, then I think you've heard of, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the title of this movie before. And I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to this film. This is from director David Fincher. It's his newest work since 2011, and in this video, guys, I'm going to be reviewing Gone Girl. That's right, guys, I just got finished watching David Fincher's Gone Girl, starring Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike. Pretty cool story about Gone Girl, guys. I'm reviewing this movie. It is right now really late, Thursday night, and what I did, guys, was I went to the early 8 p.m. screening for Gone Girl Thursday night tonight, and the movie doesn't officially come out till tomorrow night, which is October 3rd. Friday, October 3rd is official release date. And little fun fact for you guys, this is the first time I've ever went to an early screening for any movie. This was my first early advanced screening, and I consider it an early screening because its official release date is tomorrow. I saw it a day early, a night early, and that's why. So this is a pretty big moment for me, guys. My first early screening. I'm making my way up there as a film critic, guys. I am. But anyway, getting into Gone Girl, guys. Yeah, I think every single film lover was anticipating this movie. It's David Fincher, who in my opinion is one of the best directors working today. I think he is at times overlooked, you know, still has no Oscar win, has a couple nominations here and there, but he's gotten snubbed, you know, countless number of times, and I don't agree with that. And I think he's one of the best we've had. I really do. I haven't even seen all of his films. I've seen 5 of all of his movies, including Gone Girl now. And ever since the trailer for Gone Girl came out, guys, I was really hyping it up. It's based off the book of the same name, which a lot of people didn't care for. They loved it all the way up until the end. They weren't too pleased with the ending of the book, and a lot of people were wondering whether or not that ending was going to be changed. So I'm going to get into my thoughts on the film, guys, a little bit later on. What I'm going to do right now is get into the premise behind Gone Girl. Now, the movie, for the majority, is set in the present day, yet there's several flashback-esque sequences in that they're not blatantly flashbacks. I'll get into them, and I kind of like how they jump from past and present, as Fincher has done before with, like, The Social Network, for example. I like that kind of editing style. Regardless of that, guys, in this movie we have Ben Affleck playing Nick Dunne. He is married to Amy Dunne, who is played by Rosamund Pike. You know, and the movie shows their, you know, the first time they met, they got married, their actual marriage. And like most marriages, it's a marriage that really didn't last that long. It's slowly been crumbling, you know, for various reasons going on. And on the morning of the couple's anniversary, Amy Dunne goes missing. You know, the whole town is out looking for her. No one has any idea what has happened to her. Ben Affleck's character is very calm and laid back, even though he still wants to know where his wife is. And of course, he's going to face a lot of media scrutiny. A lot of people are going to be blaming him, putting the blame on him, pointing their fingers at him, saying, "You did something to your wife, didn't you? You killed her, you kidnapped her, what did you do to her?" And that's basically the whole first act of the movie. And the first act of the movie is told in the present day, and it, you know, it's showing Ben Affleck's perspective of the whole thing. And then we get flashbacks of Rosamund Pike's perspective. She's narrating their beginning, their early relationship, you know, how they met and so on, how they got married through diary entries. So that is how the first act of the movie is told, and that's all I'm going to say about Gone Girl. That's the first act, first maybe 20 minutes. The premise I gave was the first 20 minutes of the movie, okay? Now trust me, guys, there is much more going on in this film, okay? Basically, a whole new story happens come the second act of the film. Something major is revealed, and then boom, it's like we got something else going on here. we have a whole entirely new, different story. A bigger story going on here. Something broader, and that is what is going on with Gone Girl. And I don't want to give a thing away for you guys, but if you've read the book, I'm assuming you know what's going to happen in the movie. So there's that. But my advice to you is do not read the book before you see the movie. It might ruin the movie for you. I think you'll have a much more enjoyable time in the movie if you watch the movie first, have no idea what's going to happen. Anyway, guys, what can I say about David Fincher? I've seen, from his films, I've seen Seven, Fight Club, which I will have a review up for this coming week. I know I was going to have it up earlier. I told some of you I was. Had to change plans. I will have a Fight Club review. I watched it recently. I've seen Panic Room, and I've seen The Social Network, and now I've seen Gone Girl. And from all those movies alone, I've been considering the fact that Fincher is one of the greatest directors, and Gone Girl merely just further adds to that fact that Fincher is one of the best directors. And yeah, guys, what can I say? I loved Gone Girl. I loved it, and I don't think it's as big of a surprise to you guys as it should be. I don't think any of you would comment below saying, yeah, wow, I was surprised you actually liked that movie. I think we all knew that Gone Girl was going to be really something special, and it absolutely is, guys. It's one of the best films of the year, and earlier in the intro when I said, yeah, Oscar season, I think it's here, or whatever I said, I really meant it in that I think it has officially started with this first week in October with the release of Gone Girl. The film is incredible, guys. What can I say? Everything is on point. Everything is nearly perfect, nearly flawless, in my opinion. The acting, the writing, the directing, of course. It's Fincher, guys. In Fincher we trust, A lot of people say in Nolan we trust. In Fincher we trust. Would we ever doubt Fincher's directing? Or, no, we wouldn't. And I didn't doubt it at all. And I walked out of the movie completely and entirely pleased with his direction as expected. So the directing is at the top of its game, of course. The cinematography, the editing, the score, the production design, all of it is near flawless in my opinion, guys. Everything worked for the movie. It did. It worked for me. It's a David Fincher film, and I just want to clarify something. It's not your straight-up conventional thriller, okay? Wife goes missing, man has to find what happened to the wife. That's not Gone Girl, okay? There's a much deeper story going on. We see the story not only from Ben Affleck's perspective, but Rosamund Pike's perspective, and there's a very important reason why they are telling the story that way, and I loved that reason. And there's a lot more meaning going on as to why Rosamund Pike's character has disappeared. It's a really, really well thought out script, in my opinion, with amazing dialogue scenes and some really, really a couple of big jaw-dropping moments for me. Even though it's not your thriller, I wouldn't categorize it as thriller. It's not another Seven. It's not really gory or anything like that, or violent really. It's a drama, It's a straight-up drama, in my opinion, with some dark humor intertwined between throughout the movie, And I really like how Fincher has done that. He's done that with Fight Club, and he does it again with Gone Girl, and I like that. Anyway, guys, moving on. I just wanted to clarify that, because going into the movie, I thought it was going to be more so a thriller, but I was kind of wrong. It's more so a drama with dark humor and several big, crucial moments of tension and a lot of unpredictable things that happen in the movie. Other than that, moving on, getting into the cast really briefly, everyone is at the top of their game, starting off with Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike, who are both lead actors, by the way. Rosamund Pike, don't go into this movie thinking, Rosamund Pike, she's a supporting actress, she's just the wife who goes missing. No! Her character plays a very crucial role, and this is arguably the best performance I've seen her give, even though I haven't really seen a lot from her. But she's incredible in this movie. She really wowed me. I knew she was going to be good. I didn't know she was going to be as good as she was. There's one word to describe her character, but I can't say what it is because I'll spoil it. But you guys will be thinking the same thing come the end of the film. And by the end of the movie, she earns, her performance is sold on this word. you know, she's earned the right to call her character this one word. I can't say what it is, all right? But she was incredible in this film, and she really shined in the second and third act of the movie. Wow. Ben Affleck is also equally good in this movie. One of his better roles. I know he's been off directing and acting in his own films. It's nice to see him still be able to give a good performance in another director's work. He's incredible. His character is very laid back in the beginning. He's just trying to, you know, because he's under media scrutiny, everyone thinks he killed his wife. He's trying to prove his innocence throughout as the film progresses. I really liked that. Ben Affleck was great. Rosamund Pike was great. Getting into the supporting cast, Tyler Perry, who I'm not even a fan of, makes an appearance as a lawyer. He is incredible in his scenes, in his few scenes that he has. The movie made me love Tyler Perry. I'm not a fan of him. He was really good. Same can be said for Neil Patrick Harris, who I'm not really a big fan of. And when I heard they were both cast in the movie, I thought right away, they're not going to do that great in the movie. Tyler Perry's more so comedy, as is Neil Patrick Harris. They're in this very serious, dramatic role. How are they going to pull it off? Both of them pulled it off perfectly. Neil Patrick Harris was excellent. Tyler Perry was also equally good. I was really, really impressed with both of those supporting performances. The cast as a whole was incredible, and it's probably because of the man behind the camera, Mr. David Fincher. And yeah, that is the reason why. Moving into my rating, guys. Moving along. It's I love David Fincher. What can I say? And I'm a big fan of him. That is what ultimately made me come to this movie tonight. And I was very, very pleased with what I had watched. And you know what? Getting into the rating, I really, really want to go all the way. And right now I'm going to give the film 2 grades, and I'll tell you guys why. The grade that the film deserves is a 10. I did the same thing with Boyhood. Boyhood deserved a 10. I gave it a 10 on that sense. Same thing with Gone Girl. It's a completely well-made, well-constructed, well-put-together film in every aspect of filmmaking, and that is why it deserves my grade of a perfect 10 out of 10, A+. However, the personal grade that I want to give it, for one minor reason, I had one minor flaw, and it happened at the very end of the movie, I'm going to go 9.75 out of 10. However, I guarantee you guys that rating will change come my second viewing of the film. Whenever I watch it again on Blu-ray, I will definitely have a different opinion afterwards. Same thing happened last year with Prisoners. I watched it once, thought, oh, it was really, really good. 9.5. I watched it again, gave it a 10. Same thing will happen with Gone Girl. So 10 out of 10 is the grade this movie deserves. I'm going 9.75 out of 10, which is like a solid A. But other than that, guys, everything is perfect going for this movie. Everything. The acting, spot on. Every actor did their role perfectly, played their role perfectly. Even the main detective was good in the movie. I don't even know her name. Okay? All of that really, really worked very well with the movie. David Fincher as a director, my word, I love this man's really dark style. He has a very dark visual style, and I see it in all of his movies. I'm seeing it again in Gone Girl. I love watching it. You can always tell when you're watching a David Fincher film. His shots are so well composed. The fact that this is a very dramatic movie, the fact that it can really wow me with its revelations, with the story, just always, Fincher can just take the pages of the script and put it on the big screen. He can make the pages of the script come alive with his vision, and I love him as a director for that. Incredible job, Fincher, as always. Perfect direction. The cinematography, some of the best of the year. I want to see Oscars for directing, cinematography. I want to see nominations. Cinematography is excellent, guys. It's one of those movies. If you're an aspiring filmmaker, you better go watch this movie. Your head is going to be blown away with what you're watching on the screen, okay? Shots are perfectly constructed, perfectly lit with that dark lighting in several scenes. Fincher always does that, all right? And I love that. The editing is pristine. It's a nearly 2.5 hour movie. Really doesn't feel like that at all. You get so sucked into the movie, into the characters, and into these performances, into the story, which is so compelling and so shocking. You really just get taken away by it all, and that's what I love about Gone Girl. The score by Trent Reznor is incredible, who has worked with Fincher in the past. The production design, all of that works so damn well. And of course, I can't forget about the writing. The story is excellent, guys. It's one of those stories. It has you guessing in the first half, and then everything gets revealed in the second half, and you have something else going on, and you know, you want to predict the actual ending, and you know, Fincher throws in a curveball. I love how the script does what I like to call the subversion of expectation, where you expect one thing and something completely different happens. That happens a lot in this movie, and I love when that happens. Fincher always does that in his movie. He always gets those scripts, and I love that with Gone Girl. Like I said, that dark humor is in there at times. You know, there's a few lines of dialogue that actually got a chuckle or two out of me. You know, it's just, we're in this dramatic story, and you have moments like that. I love that. The script was really, really, really good. One of the best adapted screenplay, without a doubt. And finally, getting into my one minor fault. The one thing that bugged me. Now, the ending in the movie, not saying it's bad. It's a very good ending. It really, really is. But is it the ending I wanted? Probably not. And that's why I lowered my score. It's not the satisfying ending that I wanted, but it's a really, really good ending. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say about Gone Girl. 9.75 out of 10 for me, my personal rating. However, as I said earlier, 10 out of 10 is what the grade this film deserves. Guys, please go out and check it out. It is one of the best films of the year, single-handedly, and one of Fincher's better films, without a doubt. I loved it. You will not be disappointed. It's everything is perfect with it, nearly. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about David Fincher's Gone Girl, guys. If you guys have seen it already, please let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. Give me your thoughts, your feedback. What did you think about this epic movie? I loved it. And yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. See you in my next video. Bye, guys.